Rain lashed the dusty roofs of Umuel as rumors spread like wildfire. Ezekwe was alive, or so they said. A boy had seen a man in red robes walking into the river, then disappearing without a trace. Mama Ezekwe, now a respected prophetess in a nearby town, wakes up from a disturbing dream of her son calling her name from beneath the earth. She senses a shift in the spirit world. Ezekwe's soul is not at rest. In Lagos, Tund, whose blind eyes now glow faintly red, sits in silence as voices echo in his mind. He is no longer fully human, touched by the underworld during the failed ritual. Unknown to the world, a new cult is rising. The Brotherhood of the Black Veil, led by a mysterious priest called Ezekwe. Ezekwe was once Okanta's rival, exiled for using forbidden spells. He now seeks to rebuild the ritual circle, but this time with political power. His first recruit is a popular senator, Senator Ezekwe, who wants to become the next president. Ezekwe is willing to do anything, even spill the blood of his own daughter, to gain immortality. Ezekwe gives him a test. Bring me the soul of a man who escaped the shrine. Ezekwe sends mercenaries to hunt Tund, who has now gone into hiding. Tund finds refuge in a church under Pastor Zamuzo, a man known for spiritual warfare. Zamuzo prays over Tund for days, but the spirits within him resist, screaming in languages no one understands. Tund begins writing strange symbols on the church walls during his sleep. One night, he walks out barefoot, drawn by a voice only he can hear. It is Ezekwe's voice, calling him to the old shrine. But the shrine has been rebuilt, stronger, darker, guarded by invisible warriors. Tund sees visions of the past, Afali, Chika, Jude, all trapped in a realm of fire. You are the bridge, they whisper. Free us. In the city, Senator Ezekwe begins to see blood in his wine and shadows behind his mirror. Ezekwe warns him, you have delayed. Blood must flow. Ezekwe offers up a political rival, but the gods reject the sacrifice. Ezekwe grows impatient, threatening to unleash a curse on his entire bloodline. Meanwhile, Mama Ezekwe returns to Umuel, determined to destroy the shrine once and for all. She gathers the old prophets and seers of the land, a forgotten circle of light. With them are ancient scrolls buried during the colonial era, containing chants older than language. The battle is no longer just physical or spiritual, it is ancestral. But Ezekwe learns of her arrival and sends a creature from the pit to devour her. The creature, a half-man, half-serpent beast, attacks her in the night. But Mama Ezekwe stands firm, holding a burning staff made from the wood of the Irako. She strikes the creature, and it evaporates into smoke, hissing in pain. Ezekwe is enraged. No one has defeated his beast before. He sets his eyes on Tund again, who is now being trained in spirit warfare by Pastor Zamuzo. Tund learns to control his inner demons, using them to fight others like Ezekwe. But his body begins to rot slowly. His time is limited. Mama Ezekwe visits the church and sees Tund for the first time. She weeps, recognizing the curse in his eyes. You are walking the same path as my son, she whispers. She performs a ritual of protection on him, but the spirits inside him laugh. Meanwhile, in Abuja, Senator Ezekwe kills his daughter during a fake robbery. The press mourns, but Ezekwe rejoices. With the blood sacrifice complete, he begins a ritual to summon the Red Oracle, a demonic force buried for 500 years. The Oracle will grant them dominion over nations. The ritual opens a portal above the shrine, where dark clouds swirl constantly. Birds fall from the sky. Pregnant women scream in pain. Wells dry up overnight. The curse has begun. Tund dreams of a burning world, where Ezekwe wears a crown of skulls and Nigeria is covered in red fog. Mama Ezekwe gathers more seers from nearby towns. One of them is Elder Clem, a former cultist turned priest who knows Ezekwe's deepest secrets. Clem warns them. The Red Oracle must not enter this world. They begin a journey to the Valley of Ashes, where the Oracle's bones were. Once sealed, Ezekwe, sensing their mission, dispatches shadows to stop them. On the way, the group is attacked by illusions, relatives long dead, screaming in torment. Mama Ezekwe chants a powerful counterspell, and the illusions fade. In Lagos, Tund is growing stronger but more unstable. He is now half-possessed, able to bend fire and walk through walls. But each time he does, he loses part of his humanity. Pastor Zamuzo begs him to stop using dark power, but Tun believes it's the only way to win. Meanwhile, Izugo completes the summoning, but the oracle demands one more thing. Bring me Ezekwe. Izugo is stunned. He is gone. Dead. The oracle roars, causing the shrine to shake. He lives in the realm between. Izugo sends his shadows into the spirit world to fetch Ezekwe. In the realm between, Ezekwe is chained in flames, tortured by spirits of those he sacrificed. A gate opens, and black chains drag him into the world of the living once more. He wakes in the ruins of his old mansion, his body whole, but his soul shattered. Lightning strikes the earth as his return is complete. The villagers flee, recognizing the cursed one. Mama Ezekwe senses her son's return and faints from shock. Tun sees Ezekwe in a vision. You are the end and the beginning. Ezekwe, confused and broken, begins wandering the village. But Izugo finds him and offers him redemption in exchange for loyalty. Help me bring the oracle fully. We will rule together. Ezekwe laughs bitterly. You think this curse is power? He turns against Izugo, attempting to destroy the shrine. But Izugo stabs him with a dagger made from the oracle's bone. Ezekwe collapses, and Izugo begins absorbing his soul. Meanwhile, Mama Ezekwe and Tund arrive at the Valley of Ashes. There, they perform the fourfold seal, a lost ritual meant to rebind the oracle. Thunder cracks as spirits rise from the earth to assist them. Izugo senses the counterspell and races toward the valley with an army of shadows. The final battle begins. Tund versus the Shadow Army, Mama Ezekwe versus Izugo. Tund unleashes firestorms, scattering shadows, while chants echo through the valley. Izugo strikes Mama Ezekwe, but she rises, glowing with ancestral fire. She places her hands on his chest and says, "Let your sins find you." Izugo screams as his body burns from the inside out. The oracle rises from the portal, trying to escape before the seal is completed. Tund throws himself into the portal, chanting the final verse. The portal implodes, dragging the oracle and Tund into the abyss. Silence falls. The valley is empty, except for ashes and wind. Mama Ezekwe collapses in tears, mourning both son and spiritual son. Ezekwe's body lies at the shrine, motionless. His soul floats in darkness, but he hears a familiar voice, his mother's prayer. In a flash of light, he awakens, breathing. The shrine turns to dust. The skies clear over Nigeria for the first time in months. Children are born peacefully. Crops bloom again. Water returns to the wells. The Brotherhood of the Black Veil is disbanded, its members hunted by spirits. Pastor Zamuzo holds a national thanksgiving in Lagos. Mama Ezekwe testifies before a crowd of thousands. The blood that binds can also free. Ezekwe remains silent, wearing white, always praying. He now travels from village to village, warning youths of greed. Tund is presumed dead, but rumors claim he walks in dreams, protecting children from spiritual attacks. Years pass, and the tale becomes folklore. But in one corner of the village, the ground still pulses faintly at night. A child is born with red eyes. The midwife screams, remembering the oracle. Mama Ezekwe visits the child, holds him, and prays for mercy. Break the chain now, before it begins again. But that night, in a hidden cave, a whisper is heard. The blood remembers. The red oracle may be gone, but the curse is not fully broken. It lies dormant, waiting for new ambition to feed it in Abuja. A young tech billionaire named Kunnel is approached by a strange old man. He offers him a gold coin and says, "Do you want to see tomorrow before it happens?" Kunnel laughs and accepts. That night, he dreams of a red circle and a river of fire. His phone rings. No one is on the line, but a voice whispers, "We've been waiting." Kunnel wakes up with symbols etched on his arm. He tries to wash them off, but they burn through the water. His wealth begins to multiply without explanation. He starts seeing red goats on rooftops. He visits a spiritualist who faints upon seeing his aura. In Yumuel, Mama Ezekwe feels a cold wind and knows something is awakening. She visits Ezekwe, now an old man with gray hair and tired eyes. "It's starting again," she says. Ezekwe nods. "Then we must prepare the next generation." They begin training young men and women in spiritual defense. A school is built, called the House of Light, open only to those with spiritual sensitivity. Kunal begins hearing voices in his sleep. He tries to resist, but the blood magic is strong. He attends a secret meeting in a Lagos penthouse. The red oracle appears in a mirror. Welcome, heir of ambition. Kunal tries to destroy the mirror, but it is inside him now. He becomes increasingly paranoid and violent. Meanwhile, one of the students from the House of Light, Adora, begins dreaming of Kunal. She sees the world burning. Again, Mama Ezekwe tells her, "You were born for such a time as this." The oracle has found a new host. The war is not over. Blood money was only the beginning. This is now a war for the future of generations. The final battle is not between men, but between destiny and desire. Adora stands on a hill, chanting. Kunal stands in a skyscraper, bleeding from the eyes. Both stare at the moon. It turns red. The cycle has returned.